Hi, what's up YouTube? It's Talik, and I'm starting by brushing the hair down. I already consulted with my client, and I'm just ready to go in with my walls, zero, and start the first guideline at the top of the ear for the low taper. Then I'm gonna go in with the one guard all the way closed just a little bit, and then open it up, going with the grain. And I'm just brushing and then flicking out that line that I created. And I'm just gonna keep flicking and brushing until everything is blended. And also, she likes her hair in the front to be darkened, so I'm actually going around the perimeter of the head. I'm just gonna keep brushing, going with the green. Then I got the one guard all the way closed, flicking at the second guideline. Then I'm opening back up as I'm going down, just still flicking at it and brushing. Now I'm going in the back with the clippers all the way closed, making the first guideline. And I also didn't realize that I had the ring light the wrong way, so this part is darker, but I enhanced it a little bit to where you can see it. I'm going in with the lever all the way open, going up about a finger's width. And I'm gonna get my one guard all the way open and just getting all the hair, removing the extra bulk. As you can see, I'm just grabbing the hair as I'm going also, and just going with the green also to make it even. And also at the end of the taper, I have, I'm gonna say, like a dark spot that I flicked out in the middle of the back taper at the top right there. And my camera had died while I was recording, so I didn't get to show the back when I was finished. But I also did make sure the blend, everything was blended at the top versus the sides. And I'm just going in, just going which way the hair grows. And make sure you keep brushing. And now this one, I fixed my light so everything is back better. And you can see that in the middle, that second guideline. And I'm just flicking at it still. Just brushing the hair which way it goes. And I'm going the opposite way with the clippers to make it even. And then for the second guideline to get it out, I have the lever open a little bit and just flicking it until I get all the way closed with the one guard. And then this is the spot I was talking about, that how it was kind of darker in the middle at the top. Right there. And I just kept brushing and just flicking at it right there in the middle, because that's the thickest part of the hair that grows in the back. And this the dark spot I'm talking about that I got out at the end, but my camera had died. And now I'm just flicking and brushing. Make sure you want that 3D dimensional shape as the layers are going down from the dreads into the fade. And now I'm just flicking the lever. No guard, just in between, all the way closed and the lever open. And then I went back and cleaned up with my one guard. Next, I got the right side taper going from all the way closed to about a ½ inch with the lever open. Then I'm getting this side part behind the ear. Then I'm going up with the number one guard all the way open against the grain. And I'm just gonna get all the extra bulk hair until everything lays down the proper way. And I'm just flicking with the number one guard open, and then I'm going with the grain in between open and just halfway. And then I'm going all the way around the perimeter and doing the front part of the hairline last. Now I'm just playing with the lever, flicking it in between open until I get right into the middle of the ear, which I'm gonna end with the one guard all the way closed to bring the shadow part of the fade even better, so it blends perfectly. Now I'm going down with the number one guard all the way open and she hasn't had a haircut. I think I haven't did her hair or retwist in maybe like 2.5, 3 months. So she's been growing her hairline out so everything can be full again, so the cut can look better with it being enhanced and without it being enhanced. So I'm still going down with the one guard open. Now I'm spraying my holding spray, and I'm spraying a lot because you want the hair to lay down. As you can see, I'm still brushing, and I'm brushing which way I want the hair to lay down, because once it dries, that is the resting spot that it is in at the moment. And once I'm letting it dry, I'm gonna go back, get my wall detailers, and I'm cleaning up that back line, making sure it's sharp as possible. And I'm brushing it to make sure the line is straight. And I also see that the bottom left corner, it can be blended more, but I remembered to blend it out, but unfortunately my camera had died, so I didn't get to film that part either. And you can still see the middle part I was talking about that should have been going with the number one guard open in the middle. And I'm just still holding the ear down using the ends. And now I'm on the right side doing the same thing. Now I'm going in again, just tapping at it and using my corners and pulling the ear down to get the sides, and just no matter what, they'll remember to keep brushing. And then I'm taking the clippers backwards and just making sure the bottom line is slicked out, and you can see at the bottom that it's just perfectly faded. And once the holding spray has dried, I'm gonna start in the middle of the forehead and work my way to the other side. And I want to make sure everything is even and just taking my time, because once you cut the hair, it's actually going, and I'm keep brushing the hair down. I'm trying to get the proper angle. Okay, as you can see, I started the first guideline of the vertical bar, but I didn't finish it until I went in from the middle to connecting the vertical bar. And they're not too short, but you just want to make sure you get that 90-degree angle. And make sure everything is symmetric, everything is equal, everything looks the same. What you do on one side, you do to the other side. And always keep brushing. And I'm just gonna brush the opposite way the layover hair has come over once you cut it. And I'm just tapping at it, not digging at it, but just making it defined. And just taking my time on it and starting the bottom part of the C cup, or the top part of the C cup. And I'm brushing, just tapping and ready to use my corner to give it the perfect shape. Now, as you can see, one side is higher than the other, but I'm going to even it back out once I'm done this vertical part. It's not too uneven, but you can see the line. So I'm just working my way, making the box. I'm brushing, and now I'm fixing the other side to make it even. And I'm just tapping at it and getting that perfect angle that I desire. Now I'm ready to start the other side. So what you do to one side, you do to the other side. And I'm continuing just to tap and just keep looking back and forth to make sure it's even. And now I'm gonna start at the bottom right above the eyebrow. And I'm just tapping to start the top part of the C cup. And then I'm gonna work my way down to get that perfect curve and making sure that everything is good. And just fixing everything that I didn't do already. And just keep brushing and make sure everything looks good. And now I'm spraying the enhancements, and she likes it really dark in the front. And just making sure everything looks full, even though it's basically in between one guard open and the one guard closed at the doubled hairline. And I'm just tapping lightly. I'm not too close, because if you're too close, then you might spray too much and then you'll have to start over. Now I'm doing the side, the C cup, and I'm bending my card and I'm spraying. You see I'm pretty much far back. And when I do that on both sides and get the same symmetric C. And as I'm doing it, I realized I put too much in, so I'm gonna just brush it out a little bit to make it blend in more. Now I'm going in with my white pencil. And don't get me wrong, I know it's not a barber pencil, y'all, but at the moment where I was at, they didn't have them, so I had to improvise. And I just got a white makeup pencil, and I'm just outlining it. I'm not on the enhancements, but maybe like just a millimeter to just enough space from it to leave that space. And no, I'm not leaving the white chalk. That I'm gonna blend it in and make it look crisp. It's gonna kind of look like this with a razor. And what you do to one side, you're gonna do the same exact thing to the other side. Now I'm finishing up the right side with the chalk. And I'm just putting it on there to get that three-dimensional shape, so when I get my wall detailers, everything will be crisp. Alright, so I'm gonna start in the middle and tap and go all the way to the opposite side to the vertical bar. Starting on the vertical bar, make sure the hair is properly lifted so I can make sure the left side is symmetric to the right side, and just taking my time to get the white chalk out and make sure you want to get that 90-degree angle. As you can see, I'm using it just slightly and tapping and going down. Now I'm ready to start the C cup, and I'm going to start at the top of it and just use my corners and drag it down just to get that perfect shape. And then I'm using the corners to make sure it's blended very well. So you don't want the white chalk to be thick. Always remember, what you do to one side, you gotta do to the other. So I'm starting in the middle, going all the way to the right at the top of the vertical bar, and making sure I'm going straight across. So if you put a ruler on it, it bends 100% straight. And now I'm gonna get the top part of it, and I'm gonna just tap, pull, tap, and drag, tap and drag.